Hi guys, my name is Jay Gannon and welcome to my YouTube channel where I help you to maximize your LinkedIn content. In today's video, I'm going to answer a frequently asked question, which is how often should I post content on LinkedIn? To give you guys the answer straight away, I'd recommend that you should be looking to post as much as you can at a level that is sustainable for you. Of course, this will vary depending on your experience of creating content and also how efficient your process is for creating content on LinkedIn. There is no point at all posting every day on LinkedIn for 2 weeks and then after that time you burn out and you're not seen for months. That happens to a lot of us. However, being consistent is the most important factor for getting results on LinkedIn in terms of creating content. You need to be intrinsically motivated to show up on LinkedIn, which basically means that you need to feel a desire for it and you need to understand the results that you can get if you do show up consistently. It's a bit like the tortoise and the hare, which I think is the story, where if you can just post a couple of times a week, but you're consistent across months, that's far more beneficial than posting 7 times a week just for 1 week and then you're not seen after that. When you start to see results from creating content on LinkedIn, you'll naturally want to show up because you'll know the more you post, the better results you're going to get. So it really is a circumstance of walking before you run, to not be over ambitious and to be realistic, which is something I'll be talking about in this video. For me personally, I realized LinkedIn was a really positive community. I was learning lots from different people, and before I even started to post content, I was enjoying being on the platform, chatting to people and engaging with other people's content on there. I'd recommend this as a great starting point if you're just not sure about creating content, you still feel a fear about posting. If you can leave insightful comments on other people's content, you essentially are creating content. No, you're not hitting publish on your own post, but still your thoughts and your opinions can be seen by others on the platform. So leaving comments on LinkedIn and direct messaging people is a great place to start for all new content creators, because then it doesn't feel like a large leap to then hit post and create your own content. You can also be quite strategic here. So if you do leave a comment on someone else's posts and it gets lots of engagement, it gets likes and it gets comments, your comment can be the top comment on their post, which LinkedIn will call the most relevant comment. So if a content creator with a large audience does a post and it gets lots of traction and you can write a comment which gets engagement yourself, your profile photo and your headline will appear under their post as the top comment. This will lead to people clicking on your profile and finding you in that way as well. So to answer the question of this video, how often should I post on LinkedIn? First off, I want you guys to remember you have to be realistic. Don't be deceived by the accounts of Gary Vaynerchuk and Stephen Bartlett who are creating high volumes of content because they actually have a team doing so. Every great content creator starts off with doing every part of the process themselves, but there will come a point where either to increase the production quality or to heavily increase the posting frequency, you might have to get outside help. Now, for me right now, I do every step of the process myself. So I'll record videos, I'll edit them, which I've learned to do from getting stuck in the game. I'll subtitle the videos, I'll write the copy and I'll post it. And I'll write all my text content, and over time, that's become really efficient with my content marketing process, which I do have a video on the screen right now. If you're interested in kind of copying what I do, I'd love for you guys to literally just copy what I do. I have downloadable templates there, which you guys can download and try for yourself and make it work for you. But you never really know how someone else has achieved their content marketing. Some people are getting help, and if they're a busy business owner, it makes complete sense to outsource the work. But what I'm trying to say is be realistic with what you can achieve right now in this moment in time. You have different demands than I do and to everyone else on LinkedIn. So don't be disheartened if you're only posting once a week compared to someone else posting 4 times a week. There's a balance between quantity and quality, and you should never increase the quantity of your posts if the quality cannot be maintained. So if you are posting once a week and it's a high quality post which is enjoyed by your audience, don't just try and post more than that just to meet a quota. If quality is going to be sacrificed, it's best to not just churn out content. Now, I have had a change of mindset with this, where I do think it's important to outline your desired quantity, so your desired volume of posting, and to just try and achieve that, because quality does improve over time. However, if you really are pushing it to get extra content out and you're not really saying anything, you're not really providing value, that's when I would stop and I would stay at the volume of posting where you're already at right now. So following the theme of this video, I would say focus on increasing your quantity and quality will improve over time. So look to post at a set frequency, and when you're ready to increase the posting frequency, it's best to be data driven and to see whether those extra posts are actually getting proportional additional engagement. Because if you do post a second post and it doesn't really get much engagement, there is an argument that you should hold that content back and you should post it at a fresher time when your audience is more ready for it and will engage more. Sometimes our content can kind of cannibalize our other content. Say for example, if I post a video in the morning and then at midday I post another video, it's likely to be the case that my second video will get less engagement. So I highly recommend you do get data-driven in your strategy, and if you've seen any of my other videos on my channel, you know that I highly recommend Shield. You can find out more about Shield Analytics in the description box, where they have great tutorials and you can do a free trial of their software. So how often you post on LinkedIn is really going to be subjective, and it's going to be about your own personal situation. So I would say post at frequency that you can sustain, and see this as months, not just weeks and days. If you can get up to the posting frequency of posting 3 times a week, whether that's for personal profiles or company pages, you will start to see great results from this frequency. If you can post every weekday, so Monday to Friday, where more people are active on LinkedIn than weekends, this is a great strategy. There is an argument for showing up on weekends and posting, because there's less competition, there's less people who do that, but personally, I just see content seems to get less engagement. They could be reaching new people, so perhaps I should look to try it, but for now, stick to weekdays and find out the optimal time for your audience where more people are active. If more people are active, then when you post your content, you're more likely to get early engagement, which means the algorithm will start to show it to more people. Check out the video on the screen right now for 10 ways to optimize your LinkedIn content, where I talk about optimal times and how you can find that out for your own audience. I do have another video of how to get 50,000 views on LinkedIn every single month. It might sound like a large figure, but I've exceeded that now, and it really is possible for all of us. If you can get to the point where you can post text content, videos and carousels, then you're really going to be able to give information to your audience and help them in different ways and keep them engaged. But like I said, do what I did, go for the low hanging fruit, go for the types of content that's easiest for you to be able to post more. Then you'll be able to find that increasing your posting frequency is actually quite easy. And this will lead me on to my next point, which is to focus on pillar content. Examples of pillar content is things like podcasts and longer videos, and also blog articles. So if you record a 20-minute video where you're interviewing somebody, that will include so much information which you can jump in and you can chop up into smaller text content. You can see focusing on pillar content as focusing on the big domino. If you take the upfront time to record a video or to write an article, you have so much more content contained in that one long form resource. You might also find that focusing on pillar content only marginally takes more time than focusing on other bits of content. You do not want to be posting content in isolation. What I mean by that is you don't really want to sit down, shoot one video for LinkedIn, go through the process of making it optimized and then upload it to the platform. Ideally, you'll sit down and you'll record 5 videos in one go, and then you have 5 videos to play with, which you can also turn into text posts like I described. To talk about what I do now, I was never able to find the time to write LinkedIn articles. I can never find the 2 hours it would take to write an article. But now I focus on creating long form resources for you guys on YouTube. So I'll sit down, and after scripting a video and researching a video to really make sure you guys have the latest information, I'll then sit down and record that video. And realistically, that might take me potentially an hour to just record the video, and maybe an hour beforehand to do a script. So let's say that's 2 hours in total. But after recording a video, which might be 20 minutes of footage, I can chop up that video into 5 to 10 short video clips for LinkedIn. Better yet, I can transcribe those clips to get the text of what I actually said. And there's so many great resources for doing that. You've got rev.com, you've got getsubly.com, and you also have an app called otter.ai. This is great to have the text, which you can include as the copy of your post to go with your video when you upload it. But also it means every video clip you create, you also have a text equivalent, which you can post individually at a later time as text content as well. However, when I'm writing the script for a YouTube video, I'm essentially doing 2 things at once, because it can double up as an article, and I feel so much more motivated because I know I'm getting so many pieces of content by doing this upfront time. So consider your own situation. How can you incorporate pillar content into your content workflow? Focusing on pillar content also ties into repurposing. So if you have created content over a few months and you've got a backlog of content, you can do 2 things. So you can either go onto your LinkedIn profile and scroll through your old content. And if there's not too much there, that will be quite quick to do. Shield Analytics actually backdates your content. So you can see content with a click of a button which you posted a year ago. So what you should always do when you're looking to increase your posting frequency is each month or whenever you do it, you should look at the content you've already created. Something happens called pattern matching. So essentially you start to get into the mindset of creating content. You see how you style your posts. Because things are in the format of the post, you start to have more and more ideas of new content that you could create. Also, you can repurpose content straight away. So if a post did really well a couple of months ago, that's a sign of demand. And if your audience has grown since, why not post that content again? If your audience is growing, you need to remember that they haven't potentially seen all of the great content you posted a couple of months ago. Repurpose your content, and like I said, if you have video content, why not think of ways that you can actually repurpose that, post the text content, or to grab an image to accompany your text as well. Don't forget the news feeds are noisy. Your audience is seeing lots of content in their feed, and they might not have actually seen the first time you did post that content. This is why I would really try and get over the fear of posting too much. If you're posting under 5 times a week, you're simply not posting too much. And if you are able to post a fresh content mix or potentially different types of content, so not just posting 5 videos in a row, because from my own experience when I have done that, I did find that the engagement decreased over time, because if I didn't change too much about how the videos looked in the template, people did actually think that they'd already seen the video. A great way to get over that is to have a custom thumbnail, which you can now upload to LinkedIn when you upload a video. So I really hope this video has helped you guys identify how often you should post on LinkedIn. So we've spoken about being realistic, we've spoken about focusing on pillar content, and also the importance of repurposing content to really bump up your posting frequency. As I mentioned, this video is a part of my LinkedIn crash course, which is a free 10-part video series. You can find a link to that in the description box below. But this video is going to autoplay now into the next video of the course, which is how to build a system for creating content, which is a really in-depth video where I talk you through my systems and processes for creating content on LinkedIn, where you can achieve high volumes of content with the quality maintained. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video.